You ready? You good? We're
Yeah,
actually
I'm
live.
always ready.
Like everybody's watching as you're, playing on your phone. I don't know what you're doing, but yeah. How you been, sir? What you been up to? I feel like it's a somber moment every time you and I get together.
Somber, nah, I'm chilling,
What you been up
chilling,
to,
man.
man?
Just waiting
I
for
feel like,
hot girl summer to start. You know what I mean?
oh man, Hot Girl Summer started already. I don't know where you live at, but over here in the western part of Philadelphia, Hot Girl Summer has started. Now, normally for Hot Girl Summer in West Philly, I came up with the term eye syphilis. It's like basically whenever you see something that you didn't really want to see because somebody was showing it, that's what eye syphilis is. And that was what I got like for most years, before I moved to West Philly. And then I moved to West Philly and I'm like, last summer we were on lockdown. It wasn't the same. This summer we kind of, well, not summer, but this spring we kind of, out a little bit more than we were. And it's just, the lovely ladies are being lovely.
they exposing themselves, nigga. It's a free peep show. Fuck you talking about? Free peep show. Don't get no better than a free peep show.
Nothing's better than free. First off, well, some things are better than free, but most things aren't. But we got a new audience. Welcome to season 3, y'all. I'm Basim the Dream. This is my co-host, my guy, my brother, my friend, Cortez, or C's, or King C's, as he's affectionately known. Sir, introduce yourself. Tell the people a little bit about you.
I'm going vegan, so I'm losing weight, and I'm gonna have superpowers in the next month.
How are you going to get superpowers? Just,
When you go vegan, I just heard you just get superpowers similar to crackheads who don't get hurt when they fall off of buildings and stuff. So that's the alternative.
it was either
crack.
crack or veganism.
There you go. In my strong fight against Corona and the vaccine.
Yeah, I'm not getting the vaccine. That's a no go. That's a no go. Not getting the vaccine. I'm not. I'm not gonna tell anybody else not to get it, but I'm definitely not getting it. It's not a thing for me. They did enough. I'm tired of this microphone cord. This cord was doing that before the show, and I was hoping that it wouldn't do it now, but it is. But yeah, I'm not. I'm off that vaccine shit. But other than that, man, what you doing?
Some Karen got killed out in Colorado taking that vaccine.
See,
A healthy Karen too. Yikes.
hey,
So,
listen. I'm cool. If they killing Karens, they just waiting to kill. You know what I mean? What did you call them, Kareem and them?
yeah, they on the way. They on the way.
They are waiting to kill Kareem and them. Seriously. Hello, everybody in the chat. Cortez gave y'all a quick little intro to himself. I'm Basim the Dream. I got other nicknames, but I'm not. But yeah, I mean, if y'all haven't paid attention to the first 2 seasons of the show, then I mean, I hope that y'all paying attention to this one. This one actually, so I just made an executive decision. We're not doing a full off season again. I don't like it. It was hard to come back, bro. Like it was really hard. Like I was like, man, like how many times we pushed this premiere back? We was trying to come back at the beginning of February. Nope. Tried to come back next week. Nope. Tried to come back. It was literally legit 8 weeks. We've been trying to come back, and it was like, I don't know. I don't feel like it. I think today was the perfect day to come back. Outside of the 333 thing, which is, the numerology that I gave y'all for the date, but also I got my motherfucking stimmy bitches. like what? Like that was the reason to come back, if nothing else. It was like, all right, cool. You know what? Before I go buy this motherfucking airplane, let me do this show real quick. Let me get this shit out the way. This way, Jackie and Cortez aren't mad at me. Oh, shout out to Jackie. She's in the background today. Unlike the end of last season, I'll have to have her in my ear. Even though she's still in my ear, I can still hear her, but I don't have to have the fucking AirPods on. which I fucking hate it.
Mm,
So, but shout out to ATS. They're in the building. I see Chan and I see Simone. I see Pete. Shout out to y'all. Again, shout out to Jackie. You know what I mean? And not only shout out to Jackie, Jackie is also the owner. Now, if you haven't heard of She Essentials, I don't know what you've been doing with your life. I think you need to figure that out. SheEssentials.shop. Make sure y'all go check that out. I personally love the what is it? The lemongrass. I think that was made specifically for me, and I love it. It makes my hair look like this. It's fucking amazing. It's all natural products, all shea butter. She got me testing out this cocoa butter thing that is amazing as well. You know what I mean? Helps heal my hand. Coconut oil, whatever. Coconut oil, cocoa butter, it's all the same shit. But I love you, Jackie. But there's been a lot of shit going on. We've been in a group. I don't know if you've been in the group yet, Cortez, this season in the last couple of days. But some shit's been going on in the group. Shout out to everybody in the Facebook group, first off. I fucking love y'all. Even if, you know what I mean, earlier today or yesterday I called you, I might have called you out of your name or, you know, something like that. Just know that whatever I said in the group was way nicer than the shit that I said to Jackie or Mika or Chan. Just rock out with that and everybody will be happy. But outside of that, in real life social media, we've been dealing with this Derek Jackson and Kevin Samuels. Before I say anything, what do you think? What do you think of Derek Jackson in this shot right here? After, you know what I mean, cheating on his wife and basically making her put on her sandals of peace and sit her ass down next to him while he held her hand tighter than a virgin's pussy. So, what did you get from that image? From that, did you watch the video?
I saw it.
What'd you get from it?
I think that I put him in the same boat with Steve Harvey, just a person who is trying to lead our women, but you know what I'm saying, doing some Wizard of Oz shit behind the curtain. I think that these niggas dry snitch to get clout, and they get what they get from it, and they make a bunch of money off of women trying to get a leg up on how to deal with men when it ain't that hard. I mean, you know, it's really not that hard. So, if a man wants to cheat on his wife, now that's a serious thing. So I don't know, man. I think he's a fucking clown. I think he's a fucking clown. He's a fuck boy. He's a buster.
He's all the
poser.
Shit that he talks shit about.
Like, yeah, he talked so much shit. And then the irony is that half the videos he made was in front of his side chick's house in the car.
Yeah, I heard that. I didn't believe it. I'm hoping that it's not true.
That is,
it's already like it was already to me narcissistic to fucking do a reaction video to the video of
that's fucking genius.
Like, what? No, that's not genius.
Yo, if you already a piece of shit, nigga, put the mailbox in the toilet and get your mail there, nigga. He's already in. He's like, you're done. So plant the flag and go full dum. Like, just go. Oh man, hey man, listen. They told Robert De Niro, not Robert De Niro, who was it? I forgot the movie, Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
He said you never go full retard. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yo, you gotta go all the way, man. You know, him not doing a reaction video would have been the pie without the filling. the cake without the icing, yo. You gotta go all the way. You gotta go all the way.
No,
I commend him for going all the way. Like,
no, I can't. And the reason I say you can't, like, I don't think you should. I don't think that. I don't think it did him any. I don't think it did him any justice. I don't think it hurt him at all. Like,
what was left? What was left?
Nothing.
He's a poser, right? So he's a liar about the advice that he gives that he doesn't take himself, right? Then he got his wife out here looking like she's on a fucking Walmart store run, holding her hand. You know what I mean?
Obviously Walmart, because Target doesn't even allow.
Yeah, nah. Chicks get dressed up for the Target run. Like that's heels and makeup. They're getting beat to the gods. Just Target run. Absolutely. She's definitely going to Walmart or Dollar General at best. And he let her sit down like that. So he clearly don't give a fuck. And then to add insult to injury, he did it. You gotta do the reaction video, because there's no way that you can sit there and tell me that his piece of shitness stops at that. It goes deep. I guarantee you got a baby on the way by another joint. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. Baby on the way.
Why?
That nigga's the man.
Because you think he just said, fuck it, I'm out here in these streets. I'm just going to be out here in these streets. I mean, he was
if he didn't do a reaction video, that's the same thing as poking a hole in your own condom. You might as well just go raw. Like, what are we talking about here at this point? Like, you might as well just go raw. You don't already, nigga, you already in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is we talking about? This nigga had to do it. It was no choice. This is amazing.
What would you say to women who's listened to his advice and taken his advice?
You got burnt again. You got burnt with Steve Harvey and his dumb shit. Then you got burnt with the think like a man bullshit. And now you got burnt again with this fucking dickhead. And the wild thing is, man, black women are so beautiful and so forgiving that there is an abundance of women who will overlook this nigga's indiscretions to keep following him and keep listening to his advice, because that all goes back to our oppression and the church going, forgive, die, and all this other stuff. Like, there's a handful of those women out there that are gonna go with it, and that's it. They see to your pants. You gotta go. They're gonna still ride. Piece of shit.
I mean,
with them.
That I agree with. I definitely agree that black women are probably some of the most forgiving overall. Definitely the most beautiful creatures that God has ever created.
Just black people in general. They forgave the pastor nigga who was fucking on little boys out in Atlanta. What was that nigga's name?
All the little boys?
He had a whole
Are you talking about Eddie Long?
Bishop Eddie Long.
Yes.
What a name. What a fucking name.
Of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. Yo, it was the first mega church that I had ever attended. It was crazy.
Still has a congregation.
Bro.
He still has a congregation.
Yeah, but he's not lead pastor anymore, I don't think.
Don't matter. He's still a part of the community.
Yeah, little boys. So how Baptists work is similar to Catholics. It's a lifetime appointment. So yeah, he's still part of, and Eddie Long built that church from nothing. Like, I gotta give him that. And I'm not caping for Eddie Long. If Eddie Long did the shit that he's accused of, he's a piece of shit, and I hope he burns in hell. Like, but overall, just considering what he did for the area, for not just the city of Atlanta, but the whole entire area. I mean, he did a lot. And I'm not saying that you can't take that away with one transgression, because I believe that some transgressions can take some shit away. Child molestation.
Y'all threw away Bill Cosby.
No, I didn't throw away Bill Cosby.
Motherfuckers cancel Bill Cosby. Like, where was his forgiveness for the alleged accusations by these ugly Karens that came forward? They all concocted. Yo, I saw the interview where they lined up 30 women, and they all had the same story but different. Man, that shit. You know what I'm saying? So our people, and then it's it's just so random. Now I don't think drugging women is cool. Not at all. That shit is out of pocket. I don't think fucking little boys is cool. Not at all. But we have to set a standard of what we will deal with and tolerate and what we won't, and draw that line. There's gonna, like, this nigga still, his net worth is over $1 million just to tell women to do shit that he doesn't do in his own shit. Like, he's a millionaire based upon giving advice to our black women that they come into the house, disturb us while we playing PlayStation, and use this psychobabble bullshit against us. That he made a weapon to harm other black men, and now it won't even get pulled on himself. That's crazy.
Wow. So you're telling me basically that he weaponized black women's emotions.
The nigga wrote books.
Wow.
Same thing with Steve Harvey.
Wow.
Remember the book came out, and all of a sudden it wasn't even a hashtag situation. This is before hashtags really got popping. But every woman, yeah, I'm finna think like a man, bitch. I'm about to do that. And then all of a sudden the 60-day rule, bitch. He not getting no cook. If you fucking in the first week, nah, you gotta listen. Word. Make me wait 60 days. After I clap the cheeks, vaya con Dios. I'm out. Never see me again. Poof, like a fart in the wind. Go run tell Steve Harvey that.
So I've never done the whole I've never met a woman who made me wait 90 days.
It was 90. That's even worse.
It was 90.
Use my dyslexia.
I implemented that rule depending upon the woman. For one, if she had a boyfriend, it was a 90-day rule. That was that. Yeah, absolutely. Because what you're not going to do, if you got a man, what you're not going to do is be mad when I cancel plans and shit like that. Bitch, you better call him. But that's just me. That was me then. I'm different now. But I saw the value in that for some people. Like, for some people, yeah, I get the value of making somebody wait 90 days and everything like that. It makes sense sometimes. For some people, like, the idea would be this person has a great personality or whatever, and so they're shy or whatever, or they just got out of a bad situation where they might have used sex as a coping mechanism and they just don't want to jump right back in. And I mean, 90 days gives enough time for you to kind of clear your mind and things like that. And maybe a situation where, because I know me, and I would say, if you got to wait 90 days while we talking, then you should have waited 90 days by yourself. Like, you could have left me the fuck alone. I could have been doing what I was doing for the next 90 days. You could have hit me when you was ready to fuck. But, you know, some people may need to cleanse. Some people may be just being selfish and like, yo, I need to cleanse. But when I'm done cleansing, this the dick I want. That could be hurt. You know what I mean? It's lots of reasons for the 90-day thing. Like, the 90-day thing can make sense for some.
This nigga took the emotion of women at their most vulnerable state, made a book, weaponized it, and women tried to use it on men.
Yeah, not trying. They use
Steve Harvey. So you know what? I'm fitting to write a book. I'm gonna write a book.
I can't write a book because if I write a book, it's going to be taken as the cheater's manual, and I don't want to be connected.
I'm just gonna write a book. You know what I'm saying? Your girl walks in the house, you're dating her, y'all first start dating, and she hits you with some, you know what I'm saying, some bullshit, 90 days or some other fucking rule that she heard from some other nigga. We go Dutch every meal until I smash. Every date. Oh, you wanna go to the movies? Guess what? I'm buying you a child ticket. I'm gonna get the adult ticket until we smash. You want to listen to this bullshit ass nigga? Guess what? I mean, anything that you want to do, huh? Or like you want you want to go out to eat? Kids eat free at Shoney's. I'll meet you there. Uber everywhere.
Where is a Shoney's? Kids eat free at Moe's too. It's closer.
There you go. There you go. Every restaurant got a child's menu. I'll get you French fries and tater tots. Every time we go out.
Just because she didn't give you the yams?
French fries, tater tots, chicken fingers.
Right. So what if
that's it? That's it.
Right,
like
so here's the thing.
If you're going to weaponize some shit that another nigga who you've never met, you don't even know this nigga from a hole in the wall. You're gonna listen to his advice because every person that's married is not the guru on how to be.
Stop. Wait, nobody knew he was married for years, bro. Like him being married is a recent thing. Nobody knew he was married. So my thing is, y'all taking relationship advice from a nigga who ain't been fact checked at all. Like we don't know nothing about this nigga, like at all. Like we learned that he's married the same time we learned that he was cheating. And the only reason, so we also were talking about with this Derek Jackson dude, we were talking about the guy Kevin Samuels, and I hate saying his fucking name because that's my dad's name and my son's name, and it's just a weird thing to hear this nigga. It just bothers me. But that's neither here nor there. That is a bad picture of him, and I picked it on purpose because this nigga got on the motherfucking fanny pack wrapped around his chest, and I don't like it. But we get to Kevin Samuels. Now, the difference between, in my opinion, the difference between Kevin Samuels and Derek Jackson is that Derek Jackson is like
he's finessing the pussy. He finesses the pussy.
There you go. He finesses it, and Kevin, on the other hand, he grabs him by the pussy. Like, and what you gonna do, right?
That's not even. It's not a grab. It's a sledgehammer to the clitoris. It's a dynamite stick up the urethra of multiple women who like to call him and get and like, come on, sis. You know, if you got 4 kids by 4 different men, you don't work. Why are you calling this nigga to ask him what the problem is? The problem is you should have put a stop sign on your vagina at kid number 2. Like you're building a bad spades hand here.
I mean, but all right. So she can have 4 kids, but they all be by the same dude.
That's a different story. I saw one chick call this man and say, "Yo, I have multiple kids by multiple men." And the men who I try to fuck with, or I'm trying to fuck with right now, they don't work. And she used her stimmy to get her nails done so she could try to get a good. Like, come on, man. Like y'all are calling in for clout. Y'all giving this man the ammunition to keep talking crazy. He an old nigga in a fanny pack. If I saw back in, man, he wouldn't be able to walk down my block with that shit, fam.
Listen, he got on the whole fanny pack. Somebody gonna call him a metrosexual and not a homosexual, and that's fine. Call it what you want. Call it what you want. Shout out to Fanny for the, you know what I mean? Shout out to Fanny. What like what do we call her? Our number one fan, our number one supporter. I don't know. She's just awesome. I want her on the team, but like I haven't figured out a role for her yet. So I like just been asking her to do random shit. Like she's the moderator in the group, in the Facebook group, or some bullshit contest that I started during the off season. See, that's another thing. In the off season, I don't be having shit to do. I spend too much time on social media. So like I run into Kevin Samuels videos and fucking Derek Jackson videos, and I say to myself, a question was asked, and it wasn't really like I said to myself, like somebody asked me this question directly and said, "Yo, who do you think is more toxic in general, right?" And then
Jackson.
who do you think is more detrimental or more damaging to the world or to Black love as a whole?
Derek Jackson. That's an easy question. That's
in my opinion too, right? Derek Jackson, automatically, right? And the reason is simple. It's the subtle nuance shit that motherfuckers like. It's all of that. You know what I mean? It's the chemistry that he'll be able to build with you. It's the rapport that he'll be able to build with you. I know that guy. I know how dangerous that guy can be. Kevin Samuels, on the other hand, you chose to talk to him. Everything was a choice, right? But then I was listening to this show, and ATS was on with Kurt on Head Nerds in Charge, and this young lady called in, and yeah, I saw the damage that Kevin Samuels can do, and just her phone call, and basically she basically said that everything he said was truth. People just don't like that he's not nice. And the first thing I thought to myself was all of the relationship counseling sessions and shit like that I had in my life. And like all of them have all said the first thing that you should consider when you're about to have a conversation, argument, whatever, with a person is how you're going to approach it. Because if you set them off emotionally from the very beginning of the conversation, they're no longer listening to you to listen. They're listening to you to respond. And that's it. And so for me, the person more, detrimental is, again, the more subtle person, because to me, he can get past that initial reaction. He can get past that. And now you listening to him like you really like intent, like his wife was. Like when he woke her up out of the bed or stopped her before she was about to go to Walmart, whatever he did, she was already ready. You know what I mean? She was already there. And that to me is more dangerous overall because you don't know it's there. It's like a parasite that's just sitting there in your gut and you don't even know it's there. And I don't think there's anything more dangerous than that.
There's a difference between, I'm gonna give you this analogy. You have two people in a bar. One person says, "Can't nobody in here whoop my ass." Then you have another person that says, "I'll beat everybody the fuck up in here." Both people are noticeably pieces of shit, right? But the worst person in the room is the person who says, "I will beat everybody." That extension of that energy. And that's what Derek Jackson is. He's the nigga who is extending the energy out there. Nobody asked for his opinion, but he gives it. That is the problem. Now, if you go to a person and ask them for their advice and they oblige you, that's a different situation to me. That you went to the fight. The fight didn't come to you. You went out and you got it.
You saw it out.
And now you cannot systematically complain about what you get when you go through that situation that you ultimately put yourself. If I call, you know what I'm saying, a sex hotline, I'm gonna get a sexual conversation.
We would hope.
Right? I mean, if I call
at $2.99 a minute, Kevin, nigga, you better be getting something sexual. Like $2.99 a minute.
If I call Kevin, I know that there's a possibility that he's gonna say something crazy to me. Now, D Jack does the opposite. He's like, "Hey ladies, let me tell you how men really think. Well, this nigga's a piece of shit if he can go do this to you." And that
he doesn't
it's
love
a psychological warfare
and all that shit.
It's a message he's delivering over and over and over and over and over again. He's delivering a message. He's projecting. This nigga Kevin is just, "Hey, call me and get clout. Call me and get clout." It's like when people will call him Miss Cleo, and then you mad that she's a fraud. Like, come on, like, use your common sense, man. That's why he's the worst. All the way around. All the way around. This nigga Jackson is a piece of shit. Not only for him trying to weaponize, his knowledge, but knowledge dragging his wife into it.
Like knowledge gained from what? So Derek Jackson is not anybody's like anything. He's not a relationship counselor. He's nobody's anything. And what I
He
got,
filled the void. If he making $1 million off a token, nigga, if we made $1 million doing this show, nigga, we're filling a void. We're providing information that is detrimental to certain people's lives. We're providing a service that is helping people out, right? We're getting monetary compensation for our thoughts, views, all that shit, bro.
The problem is, yes, there was obviously there was a demand for it, right? Obviously. But if you're still not
step down, yeah. I hate that nigga. I hate that Mr. Potato Head ass nigga. If y'all think if I get invited to Family Feud, it's because I'm on a secret mission to sock that nigga in his jaw on national TV. Mr. Potato Head would definitely catch this fade. He gonna be like, yeah, top 10 answers on the board. I'm just gonna fire off on this nigga.
How did we get here?
Because I hate niggas like Steve Harvey. I hate niggas like Derek Jackson. These motherfucking fake ass relationship guru ass niggas, and then they household is fucked up. They household stink. I mean, his daughter out here throwing her pussy around like she's Tom Brady in the fourth quarter trying to win the chip. I can't even keep track of how many dicks she done went through.
All right. So when it comes,
how can you give advice if your house ain't right? Your house ain't right. Like, you telling niggas to do shit, but your house ain't right. All right. That's crazy to me.
So you don't have any kids yet. And that's a strong yet. You don't have none yet that I know of. And I'll tell you this. You can raise your kids as much as you want to, but when they have the ability to do so, they are going to make decisions for themselves and fuck everything that you taught them. Period. Now, do I think that she's as you said, throwing the pussy around? I personally think more power to her. Because if she was King Combs,
superhead.
If she was King Combs, nobody would have shit to say.
She's the 2020 superhead. She's the superhead of this generation.
Bro. She's not the 2020 superhead. She's not. She's got more money than most of the niggas she was dating. Like, how is she the 2020 superhead? Superhead literally is only rich because of giving head. She's not.
You talking about monetary value? I'm talking about the act of just running through industry, niggas. Cool.
And if we're gonna talk about the act of, again, if she had a dick, nobody would say nothing. If Lori had a dick, nobody would say a fucking word. They would say, yo, he can fuck every bitch that he wants to. The same reason we sitting here having the same argument when it comes to fucking Future and Russell. What? How are we talking? What the fuck? Yo, he's taking care of not only his kid, he's taking care of your kid too. Future, shut the fuck up and sit down. Nothing to talk about.
I don't have a gripe with what Lori Harvey is doing with her vagina.
Sounds like a gripe to me.
My gripe is niggas like Steve Harvey. Yo, you have a daughter. You wrote a book, Think Like a Man. And your daughter literally is thinking like a man.
Yeah. By all means, she's literally all right, so now I can't.
But the purpose of the book wasn't to be
because she actually
wasn't to be fucking tossing your pussy around.
No, that's not it. She's literally thinking like a man. Most men look at life and say, yo, life is, they look at women and they say, yo, it's a numbers game. I gotta shoot my shot at as many as I can so that I can get back as many as I can. So if I'm only going to get 5 to 10% tops. So if I shoot my shot at 100, I'm gonna get 5. And that's cool. I don't think like that because I'm like, yo, quality over quantity. I'm only going to shoot my shot at 5 to 10. And if I only get 4 to 5 out of that, my numbers is still good. I'm all right with that because you go to the Hall of Fame if you batting over 300. Well, I'm good. But
these men wrote books for the betterment of women.
How not? It's not even about, to me, I don't. All right, so I don't make it so that I don't think that she has.
Where's Lori Harvey's 90-day rule?
I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know because she's thinking like a man. She's like, yo, I'm gonna get this dick now. Fuck you mean? If the dick is trash, I'm out. Simple. I don't understand what the problem is. If the pussy's trash, I'm out. That's why I'm not waiting 90 days. It's not that I'm not waiting 90 days because I don't like her and I don't want to wait 90 days for her. It's because if the pussy is trash, the relationship is over. The relationship cannot, a new relationship cannot sustain against bad sex. Period.
The point is this. If you, like, you can't write these books, you can't try to coach these women if your household is not in order.
Why not?
Lori Harvey is going against every rule that her father put in the book, except the title.
All right. I hate it.
She's not dating conventionally. These men ain't having to work all hard. That's the whole thing. That's the whole basis of this whole concept.
She said Bass is right, but
that.
I'm just being honest. But
I don't give a fuck about her fucking mad niggas.
All right.
Point is,
so I get what you're saying, and again,
Steve Harvey's house isn't right.
I get it. I get
D
that.
Jack's house isn't right.
You're
so
right.
Sit the fuck down, and don't give people advice until your shit don't stink. You can't portray that you're holier than thou. You're this black messiah that's going to lead black women into dating and getting husbands.
So that's all right. So I think that the difference between Steve and Derek is that Steve spoke on himself. I don't remember ever hearing Derek speak on himself until he spoke in third person the other day. That's the thing. Like, Derek wasn't like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, and these other niggas is whatever. He just said, if you really break it down to break it down.
So what's the difference? What's the difference between a snitch and a dry snitch?
Oh, a dry snitch knew what he was doing too. So there really isn't one. Because if a dry snitch says about this person, then he's a dry snitch. What's that?
D-Jack is the dry snitch.
Absolutely.
Let's just keep it a bean.
Absolutely. Dry snitch 100. That's his shit.
But all I'm saying is, you said who the subject is this. People in the chat and everything. The subject is this. Who is worse, D-Jack or Kevin Old Fanny Pack Man? And I'm saying D-Jack, and I'm relating it to the same shit that Steve Harvey did. And, you know, not for nothing, Steve Harvey cheated on his wife.
Two of them.
He cheated on his first wife with his second wife, and then cheated on his second wife with another joint. So these men who you are relying to feed you guys information, whether it's a man, woman, cat, dog, baby, whoever, you have to be skeptical of the source. I don't really care what Lori Harvey does with her pussy, but I'm looking at the source of how she was around this man, and he didn't have enough sense to pick up on the vibe to try to show her a different way of dating, knowing that she's going to be in the public eye, A, B, C, and D, this, that, and the third. It's a fucking free-for-all. And like you said, yeah, you can teach your kids as much as you want to teach them, but they are their own individuals. True. But there are a lot of substantial things that you pick up from your parents that you take on going forward.
All right. So I want to respond.
Certain moralities.
I want to respond to something in the chat real quick. Because, yeah. All right. So, and he admitted that he cheated. I think she's talking about Steve. He definitely did admit it after he was caught. To me, anything you do after you was caught is literally to save your own ass from being caught at that point. You can admit it. You can say, no, it wasn't me. You can say, it was your fault I cheated. You can say whatever you want to. But after you caught, anything you say is literally to save yourself from whatever damning that's about to happen. Period.
So, that doesn't matter.
I mean, either. You know, I've done. See, Steve did a public apology and shit, right? And that was cool and all. But the apology that I actually like, I've done that. Like, I've done the whole apology shit, right? So I did a public joint. I did like one post. Listen, I was like, you know, I apologize to all the women who I've hurt over the years. You know I can't, you know what I mean, really do anything to save it. But I just want y'all to know that I truly do, you know, regret some of the things that I've done. And left it at that. He did something similar. And to me, I only did it to kind of like, I really don't even know. But, oh no, I know why I did it. Yeah. So I did it because I was trying to renegotiate terms on another relationship. And that's kind of what was born out of that, which is probably the same thing that Steve did it for. Because He was probably looked at for a hot second, like, oh, but he admitted it. And he didn't drag his wife out there like D-Jack did. Like, because that's what we're going to say now. Now it's going to be.
She should have a post right now doing a silhouette challenge, getting her butt eaten by another man. Straight like that. If I for making me come down there with that fucking Rastafarian bonnet on my head and embarrassing myself before I go to Walmart, I would have been I'd have fucking. And then she's talking crazy. This is a helmet of salvation and all this other shit. She's lost her fucking mind. If I was her, I'd be where do they live? What city is that?
I have no idea. I didn't look into it that deep.
Nearest whorehouse. I'm getting the bag.
The fact that you only needed the city to kind of name the nearest whorehouse, just is that not a thing? No? Because if I'd have said, all right,
I'm telling you straight out the gate.
I'm from Chicago. What you got?
Chicago?
Yeah.
Arnie's. There used to be a spot called Arnie's. Never forget it. For all my Chicago people, you might know who I'm talking about. Is Arnie's or Artie's? One of the two. It's shut down now. Strip club from fucking 10 to 1. And as soon as 1 o'clock in the morning hit, I saw them lock the door. I said, what the fuck is going on here? And next thing you know, a plethora of condoms started coming out of nowhere. I went to go take a piss. There was a used condom on the floor. I damn near stepped in my J's. I got a picture of it. I was like, yo, this shit really turned. I said, yo, I want out. Let me off the ride. I turned into Cuba. I was Cuba Gooding at the end of fucking Boys. And I was like, dough, let me out. Let me out, though. I didn't want no parts of the whorehouse action. I was like, yo, I'm out. Baltimore, Norma Jeans. Instantly can turn into a whorish situation in that back room. Crazy. I seen a midget get pulled off a midget, little teeny itsy witsy little joint. Niggas was like, yo, let's get to it. Action figure sex.
Charlotte, last one. Charlotte. I got to do Charlotte because I might be going there soon.
I went to it's not in Charlotte. It's on the edge of South Carolina, North Carolina. It's where I saw the one-legged stripper, butt ass naked, hole in the wall joint. The name escapes me.
Was it in like Spartanburg or
it's
something?
Where they be playing. It's where they be playing golf at and shit. Like right on the edge of North Carolina, South Carolina. It's right in the middle. It's like that gray area, so you can go into both states. So motherfucking whole chick, one-legged stripper. She fucking got butt ass naked, and I saw the peg leg. I said, "What the fuck is going on here?" She fucking got up on the pole, did her little thing, and then flopped upside down. When she flopped upside down, the leg just hit the fucking, you know what I mean? Like it was like splat. I was like, oh shit. And then she busted open in there. I said, man, that shit is crazy.
You said midget. Simone just wanted to correct you. It's little person. Please and thank you.
What the fuck? They gonna come together like Voltron, stand on each other's shoulders and fight me? Nigga, I wish I was 6'6".
I don't want to
get
canceled, and we haven't started yet, sir. I don't want to. But thank you.
The cancel culture from little people.
It wouldn't be the little people that would be canceling us. It would be the big people, the regular size.
The advocates for little people.
The advocates.
Well, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of Vern Troyers storming the castle. You fucking kidding me? I'm fucking Willy Wonka. I'll be damned.
Are you calling them Oompa Loompas now? Don't say yes. Never mind. I'll mute you. Don't say yes. We're moving on. We're moving on. So you think Derek's more toxic. I think most women think Kevin's more toxic. And I think it may be
he's the great.
I think so. Derek took and weaponized their emotions against black men. Derek, on the other hand, in my opinion, utilized their emotions in similar ways, but against everybody. Basically, in my opinion, he took like reality TV culture where, you know, say what you want to say, feel how you want to feel, all that type of shit to the next level. And Like the shit that he was saying, you know, a lot of people were like, well, you know, if you grew up in a black household, that shit should be normal, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nah, how about we normalize like speaking to people with a little bit of common decency and a little bit of respect? Because other than that, you just dickhead like the person that you're talking to. Like, I don't understand.
Hey, I know people don't be believing my stories, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw this up here. So y'all know I'm a real nigga out here in these streets, B.
Oh, shit.
One-legged stripper.
Wait,
You thought I
does
was
she really
bullshitting
have
you?
Oh God. And it's a prosthetic?
Man,
How was
listen,
she stripping with a prosthetic? That's like 50 extra pounds.
man, and she was moving, Jack. Couldn't tell me nothing. I had to tip it. I ain't never seen no shit like this before, baby.
I hate you for that. I really do.
I'm
But-
talking about it was like a follow through of a jump shot when she hit the leg would just droop. It's like, go ahead, balling.
But what I was saying, as I was saying, fucking had me almost lose my train of thought. You realize I'm too never mind. Fucking so to me, like I could see both sides. I think that yes, they're similar but not the same. And to me, like I still think that Derek is probably a 51 and Kevin is a 49. Like either way, you won't get fucked in the end. But one's going to make it a little bit easier for you. One's going to use lube, one's going in dry. That's really it.
I just don't understand. Like you call to get abused.
Yeah.
So you like it's like has he said anything nice to anybody? I don't know if he's even said anything nice to anybody.
But it's the thing. BDSM is real.
Okay.
Like
that's a choice though.
So you know, all right. And I normally I do actually talk a lot about my own personal shit. But you personally know my ex, right? Due to the fact that she took me back numerous times for cheating, would you call her a glutton for punishment? Like obviously you must like this shit because you keep going through the cycle and repeat.
Just a woman that's in love. Love is the most powerful drug on this planet.
I hate you niggas sometimes, but all right.
No, seriously. Love will make you do the most irrational things that you would normally never do consciously. That drug, that adrenaline rush, that need and that want of that person's approval, that need and that want of that person to be around you, that energy that you're looking, it's like a junkie chasing that initial high. So when you are in love with somebody,
imagine that's what they're getting out of that. That's what they're getting out of that. Out of every exchange that they have with him, that's what they're getting out of that.
I think it's clout. They know because he shows who they are.
Yes.
So these women who go on this show and they get shown who they are, they instantly get followers and shit like that. It's a play.
For those women. But what about the women who are listening and still being affected by his words, who don't call in, who are literally just listening to him? So like you said, Derek is all projection, 100% projection. Kevin, on the other hand, is still projecting, just not at 100% clip. He's probably projecting, if we had to guess, he's probably projecting at least 75-80%. Because you got to think about it. If one person calls in, but a million motherfuckers watch the video, that's not projecting. He uploaded the fucking video. That's projecting.
With that person's consent. With the person's consent. I cannot put a video up of me and an individual without their consent because I will get sued. They gave their consent
when they called in. I guarantee you. Because I was going to
exactly. But you calling, hey my nigga, let me ask, if you go to Popeyes, what you going into the Popeyes go get?
Chicken, nigga, chicken.
All right. You're not going to Popeyes to order no pizza, right?
No. Why would I go to Popeyes to get pizza? Unless it was
exactly. That sounds dumb as shit, right? Because you know what Popeyes is. You
chicken joint.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. not love our deep dish pizza
with the dry
love
ass
our
biscuit.
tacos.
Oh my god, that biscuit is dry as fuck.
So
I forgot I was off tomorrow.
You know what you're getting when you call in to participate with this man. I don't know what I'm gonna get when D-Jack loads up a video saying his random thoughts of the day. I know what I'm getting with Kevin Fanny Pack. I know I'm about to get some bullshit. He about to clown. He gonna like you tell him your problems. He gonna set it off. Like you already know. Like come on, you already know what time it is. So you're doing it. You're giving consent to be abused.
Somebody help me out. The black judge from LA. He used to be a thug. He always says I used to be a thug. What the fuck is his name?
You talking about Mathis?
Judge Mathis. Yes. Kevin Samuels.
He called everybody a crackhead. That's my man.
Everybody's a crackhead. Fucking Kevin Samuels reminds me a lot of Judge Mathis. But again, just because you said some shit, and it might be right, your delivery still matters, in my opinion. And his delivery is wrong.
The topic, my man, is who is more hurtful to the black women. That's how we started this show. That's how it goes.
Black love in general. To black love in general. And in my opinion, it's Derek. Because
and it's not Kevin because
some inside shit.
You can turn Kevin off because he's receiving, he's waiting for you. Like Kevin, like come here, get this insult. You can turn that off. They made Kevin famous for him being a funny nigga and insulting people. But when you listen to a random dude's message, when you listening to this nigga try to give you advice on some shit, you're going to him to get that advice. People are going to D-Jack because he was dry snitching.
But no, see the thing with D-Jack is literally he was saying the same shit that your girlfriend would say. Like he wasn't like the chick's girlfriend would say. Like he wasn't saying some nuanced shit. He was saying, "Girl, leave him." Like what the fuck? Like that was it. Like only thing he missed was the fucking only thing he was missing was the neck roll. That nigga ain't shit. Like that was all he was missing. Like what the fuck? Like no. Like He was just and to me that's not.
Who has more followers?
I don't know. I'm not going to look. I never looked into that. I don't care. I do, but I don't.
That's important. That would be the deciding factor.
I think once you get over a certain amount of people, it doesn't matter because after a while they'll carry the message, and that's what I'm saying with Derek versus Kevin. Derek is saying some shit that you may not know where the message originated, so it won't overall really matter in the long run because somebody else.
One is a planned strategic attack, and the other one is a sporadic attack.
I'm dropping this bomb. And to me, the bomb is more
Kevin is sporadic. Kevin is sporadic. And D-Jack is more calculated.
Yeah. And that's why overall to black women, I think Kevin is still more dangerous. To black love in general, Derek is more dangerous. Derek is literally the male version of a married woman listening to her single friend. That's literally what that is.
Fuck both of them.
Ultimately, yeah, absolutely. Especially Fanny Pack Boy. I don't care what nobody says he's worse. I just don't like it. Like D-Jack, I think I could beat in a fight. Kevin, I know I could. And if I lost, I'd be embarrassed.
Kevin Fanny Pack is the type of nigga who actually really wears boy shorts for style.
No,
I think D-Jack probably has a plethora of G-Unit tank tops from back in the early 2000s.
Absolutely.
I think he's still on that wave.
He's the reason I wear V-neck.
He's very not. He did a third person video. He's different. He different out here.
But is he though? Like, didn't we have like football players and basketball players that would do that for like interviews and shit, talk about themselves in third person? It's not.
Not after they humiliated their fucking wife on a worldly level. Like the world can see that.
I can see it.
She should release it. She should release a sex tape of him when he's on Gummy. That's how much I don't like this nigga. I want her to show the world.
Ruin him, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, all the women that he got on that jock, I want her to be like, yo, breaking news. This is what this nigga is like when he on chewed bubblegum. I just want her to expose the nigga all the way for embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, but she's not embarrassed. Yeah, I mean, y'all saw a bonnet, and she see the helmet of salvation or whatever that shit's called. Y'all see, some sandals. She sees sandals of peace. You know what I mean?
I saw a dingy ass Kanye West sweatshirt with a Rastafarian hat.
This again. I thought it was like a thermal. Yeah, I thought it was a thermal.
That's a sweatshirt that she took from him. That's the I'm getting comfortable. That's the sweatshirt that most chicks steal from their dude and wear around the nigga house.
That looks
like fuck out of here.
Looks like a thermal. I'm telling you, that's a thermal. That is not.
That is the loosest beret I've ever seen in my life.
That is a thermal. Oh shit, is that a sweatshirt? Oh, and it's too small. And it's too small.
And she ain't got no bra on. He really just grabbed her out of her room.
He literally threw on a pair of jeans and set him out.
Poor baby ain't even got her tits pushed up. Poor girl.
It's horrible.
Poor baby.
Horrible. That's what he did to her though. But welcome back, bro. We got through a whole fucking hour. I haven't talked to you since like before the season. We just did this whole fucking hour. I like it.
She looks like she's in her house chilling. Yep. That's exactly what she looks like.
Everybody make sure y'all go follow Cortez's Instagram page. He's doing some new content that I want him to introduce and talk about a little bit. So, sir, the floor is yours.
Oh man. Nah. I'm just gonna let it. If y'all find me, y'all find me.
If y'all,
it's going
that's
down.
Not how the internet works, sir. The most popular shit is
you got my screen name.
Other shit you gotta search for it. So he's Mr. Harris 569 _ if you don't already follow him on Instagram. Make sure y'all do. I'm Basteem the Dream on Instagram. The show's Instagram page is Yafi Pod Live, I think, or something to that. I don't remember my fucking Instagram name. Whatever. It's Yafi something. So make sure y'all go follow. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the page. Yeah, we're gonna have an exciting season. Can't wait. This shit's gonna be fun. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all watching.
Poor baby titties was all. Her titties was even sad. That's crazy. He brought that woman out there with sad titties, nigga. He should be ashamed of himself. So her titties look sad as shit. I like the glasses though.
I mean, honestly, she's a cute girl. Like she's a cute woman. I mean, obviously, I think all black.
I've never seen anything except this. I've never seen anything except this.
Oh, you've never seen? See, I got it in my phone. I'm gonna text it to you. I've gotten some other things besides this. Yeah, I've seen.
He looks like the dickhead that goes to the fucking gym and he'll foul you in basketball and then leave, go lift weights, and then stand around naked in the men's locker room talking to the white people who are Winnie the Pooh in it with just their shirt on and no pants. He's that guy.
All right, y'all. Y'all pray for me. I'll pray for you. And that's how it goes.